Hey. How y'all doing? Hello. This is Libby Lessons. What you mean? Shoot. I always say that word in the first 5 minutes, but maybe YouTube didn't pick it up, huh? I don't know. But how y'all doing? Let's take some roll call. I see we've got Outlaw Trucker in the house. Welcome. I'm so glad that you came. Thank you for your live stream earlier. Hello, Dragon. Welcome. Betty Joe, my darling. How y'all doing? Dutchie, you been getting Dutchie today or not? I was getting Dutchie today. You taught me how to be Dutchie. Thank you. Oh my goodness! I gotta skip down to here. I'm so sorry. Sharon, I love you. Where have you been? Are you not well? A little birdie told me you may not be well, darling. Elise Soleil. What's up, girl? What's good? Hey, Chris. How y'all doing? Oh, Betty Joe, sweetie. I am so sorry. I will be sending up some healing prayers for you and the grand baby. Sharon, you too? Okay, we need to... C19 needs to get out of here. Like, can we start calling it C doing too much? IDK. It's ridiculous. So how are you doing with it? Because and do you know what kind you have? Now there's like 4 kinds, right? And I don't even know. But stuff is nasty. It's bad news. And then it affects people long term. Well, anyway, y'all know it's a mess. I hate it. But I just wanted to come on here and really, truly check in with y'all because, hey, security chief, I'm thinking, okay, we're 25 days into January, into 2022. And I just wanted to see how's it going for you guys so far? Did you make a resolution? Did you keep it? Did you break it already? What's up? And as for me and myself, I chose one word to be my word for 2022, and it is independence. And some of you, if you watched on any of my previous, not any of my previous, but if you watched my New Year's Eve stream, did I do one on New Year's Eve? Yeah, I think I did because I'm super lame, but that's okay. And we all picked a word or a mantra, Oh, yeah, Sharon, that's amazing. Great. Hers is still FDFO. The fuck off. Hey, Nita, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, Betty Joe, we have the cold and have 5 more days to quarantine. Oh, golly. Elise, still sticking with my drinking more water resolution. Okay, good. So, yeah, mine is just independence. And really, it's not about... because I am independent in the sense of like financially independent and, stuff like that. All the, what do you call them? Like responsible things. But I'm just not in terms of where I find my joy. So I want to find my joy within and, be independent with that. So anyway, today I went on a date with myself. And I must tell you that I am a very fun and cheap date. In case you were wondering. So what I did was I skipped dinner. So that's cheap, right? And I didn't feel like cooking. I could have went somewhere, but I just didn't really feel like it. So it was fine. But I just had like a little snack and, Dr. Pepper. And then I looked at the ocean for a bit which that always brings me joy for sure. And then I went to the pool, and with me to the pool, I brought my phone so that I could listen to music. And so first I went to the fitness center, and it was great because no one was in there. So I didn't have to feel, any type of self-conscious or anything, which I would because I really don't even remember how to work out. So I was just like doing this, I think it's an elliptical or something. I really like that, but I just like put my song on because I just like that song. And I was doing the elliptical. It was pretty fun. And then I did some leg weight workout thingies. And I'm really out of shape, but it's okay. It's cool. No, Chris, I was not easy. But thank you for inquiring. Hey, Crystal, how are you doing? Somebody drop Crystal's channel, will you please? She's a fabulous channel. I'm loving your videos, Crystal. I'm so proud of you. Nita said, I love my R&R dates with myself too. No pressures. Yeah. And then, so I swam laps while I listened to music. I listened to praise. I listened to a Kirk Franklin playlist. He's my jam. I like him. And, I just swam laps. Nobody was in there. So that was cool. And then I went to the hot tub, and I was reading this book in there. And it was all about how to hear from God. Hey, Blanca. How you doing? I don't remember how to say, what was I saying? Blanquita? Blanquita. Is that it? Good to see you. How are you? So anyway, I was reading this book, How to Hear from God. Because your girl can't hear real good right now. And I was like, yes, this is okay. Yeah, I get it. And it was interesting because the book, like, I didn't even know I had this book. It was just on my table in this condo. I'm renting this condo, and it's furnished, and there's just a stack of books, and I was using it to this is what I do with books. I put stuff on them. But anyways, I stacked up all these books to set my computer up on it to do my stream. And today, when I was in an IEP meeting that was taking an eternity, I was bored. And I know that sounds really bad, but I didn't need to listen at that point. So leave me alone. Don't judge me. The IEP meeting went great. BC dubs. Why are you over there judging? But anyway, so my computer was sitting on top of this book, and I was like, say what? You've been sitting there this whole time, and I just now saw you. Okay. Well, it must be time. So I was reading that, and that was cool. And then this little dude, I don't know, I keep running into this little dude that's staying in the penthouse of the condo. I was like, because we got in the elevator just the other day when I ran into him, and he pushed the PH, and I said, does that stand for penthouse? I said, because this building is not like, I mean, it's a nice place, but it's not like, I said, hell no, there is not a penthouse up in here. And he's like, it's not really what it sounds like, So I was like, okay, well, enjoy. Goodbye. And then Anyway, I don't even know what the point of that story was. But yeah, I was about to get out of the hot tub, thankfully, because I was in there with a stranger. What the hell? And he came walking up and I was in there, but like I said, I was about to get out. So I'm like, should I push the button for you? Because the stuff, the bubbles had stopped, you know? So anyways, I left and I pushed the button. Sorry, LOL, I had to go back and watch that. My dummy ass hit a wrong button, clicked out of everything. Haha, and thank you. That makes me happy. I'm so grateful for all this support. I love you. Like, I love your videos. I'm a fangirl. That little dude does not want my number. I think he's gay. I mean, I don't know, but he seems, it just gives me the vibe. Where's my penny? Hot tub stranger. But he's super nice. Just like small talky. He did not say, can I get your number? No, not at all. It was funny. He asked me permission if he could get in there. If he could get in the hot tub. I was like, well, yeah, and I'm leaving anyway, so go right ahead. Anyway, I'll be moving out of here. I hope it's the 1st because my other one doesn't start until the 1st. I'm moving to a different one because this one is not going to be available. So, and that kind of sucks because I kind of really like it, but the other one is nice too. And I don't know. I just figure it must be a reason why I'm supposed to move to that one, but I don't know. He raised his hand to ask. Chris, you're funny. So now y'all need to answer my questions. I didn't see any answers to my questions here about did you have a word? Well, actually, I take that back because Sharon answered and she said her mantra was FTFO, which I wholeheartedly support. Dutchie, what was yours? What was yours, Betty Joe? I know you did it too. Blanca, I think you did it too. Came up with a word or a mantra for 2022? Oh, Chris, I should have. Okay, you can't have any type of relationship, or friendship the last lifetime if you aren't in love with yourself first. Yeah, well, that's probably true because I'm failing. I honestly don't remember what my real one is. Oh, Elise, you were just playing? Yours really wasn't just drink more water? Betty Jo don't remember what she said either. Chris said fuck it all. How's that going for you? Look it! I used to be cool. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry you had to work late. That's bananas. Bye. That's my mantra for last year. You silly. Hey, I wanted to ask, can you give me your email? I have some IEP questions. Having a bit of girl, I got you. It is It is Libby Star for the missing crystal at gmail.com. I got you. Why did it put... Oh, it did it twice because I forgot I'm on Libby's Happy Place and I'm on Libby Lessons. So if I say something to someone who you don't see, although so far I don't see any of my people from the other channel over here in my comments in the stream area. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Yes, there's Outlaw Truckers channel. Drop yours too. Dutchie and Outlaw. Are you guys doing are you kind of teaming up on his channel or just on your, what's going on? Nita said, working hard at starting my day, counting my blessings. Oh, that's beautiful. Easy for, yep. Oh my gosh, I have to do that. I totally 175% need to do that. It was going really well until today. The tube has you pissed, annoyed, aggravated, and yeah, just all the feels today. I haven't been on here very much. I watched a little bit of Benny earlier because he was showing Andrew Hilt's stuff. Like, what's up with that dude having a channel? What is going on? He was like, oh yeah, my son is somehow possibly involved in the kidnapping of a child or, missing child case. So I think I'll start a YouTube channel and talk about it. What the fuck, dude? Dumbass. I'm sorry. I just think that's dumb as hell. Duchess has been working on shining a light on new missing cases and outlaws helping also. OMG, he is creepy. Oh, Benny's creepy? Oh, Andrew's name. Sorry. I always. Oh, boy. Y'all people. Okay. Chase Levitz. He's had a channel for a very long time. He's not helping his son for sure. Oh, Andrew Hilt has? What is he like? What was his channel about? Oh, Crystal, do tell. I used to be cool. If I had a channel, it would be all the 80s and 90s stuff I love. Oh my gosh. I'm there for it. I'm there. Both are creepy, said Rosemary. I don't know. Benny's growing on me. But time will tell, kids. Time will tell. All right. So I had a question that I had thought of. Oh, Elise said Andrew is nasty. Sorry, Andrew, if you see this, but you nasty. I mean, we need to be truthful, If you're nasty, you're nasty. Betty Joe. Who the hell knows, Chris says. I blame it on... Oh, okay. I just can't take the damn bullying. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. For real. Ay. The bullying is ridiculous. Like, are we grown folk around here? I mean, I try to be grown to the best of my ability. You know what? We actually need to, I need to make a stream to continue that emotional maturity little session that I started. Remember now, I told you I wasn't going to pass. Oh, you're not happy with her either? Oh, dear. So, Crystal says, I asked him if Jose knows about Summer's case. He answered no, and he doesn't need to know. Something on the lines, I don't want to tell him because he doesn't need to know. What? So, are you saying that Andrew is still in contact with Jose? I start to feel like I like BK then. Boo. He does shit like he did. Oh, what did he do? Why did he have to call Andrew's mom? Oh, shoot. I didn't know about that. Oopsie. Oh, golly. He's quite insistent that Jose is in the Philippines. Oh, okay. Let's all adult and have fun, says Dutchie. Yeah, that's right, Outlaw. He said his brother is. Okay. I do believe there's a lag in the chat, so if I don't answer right away, that is why. Hey, Rhonda. Good to see ya. Are you a photographer? Okay. So let me remember. Okay, this is a very serious question, and your whole grade is dependent on your answer. I'm just kidding. Totes joking. There are no grades here, and there are no wrong answers because it's a matter of opinion. Um, Michael Jackson or Prince? That's it. That's your question. Michael Jackson or Prince? I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up here and chitty chat. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of Prince. Elise said MJ. Hey, I know it's not an easy. I mean, it's basically asking you to choose between I can't think of a good example, but two things that are just amazing, that are different but similar, but still very different and amazing, just amazing. Chris says MJ. Touchy Betty Joe. I think it looks like mostly Prince. I think they all need to grow up and stop playing these games. Yeah, I know Betty Joe for real. I was so annoyed at that. I kept snapping at Crystal. I'm sorry, Crystal. Don't break families into especially elderly. You could possibly have a heart attack. Ooh, yeah. Way more Princes I'm seeing. Hi, Levi D. How are you doing? Or Lebed. Stop to check on you. Hope all is well. Love you, and I have to run, but I'll always. Okay. You so busy. I know it's a hard choice. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now, for those of you who said MJ, well, actually, shoot. I wish I would have. Okay. Whoever said MJ, please put in the chat if you live North Coast, East Coast. I mean, what am I saying? East Coast, West Coast, or Midwest, or the South. Just what region do you live in? Oh, where are y'all going? Who's going live? You know, I do know that what's their name? It's something Sleuth Intuition, I think. Okay, Elise is in the South. Okay, so that makes sense to me. I used to be cool. Oh, and you actually said MJ, so that's surprising to me. Thank you, security chief. I love it. After much discussion with myself, I think I have to go with Prince. South, but really north. Okay, well, yeah, that's what I mean, like originally where you're from. Chris, you're from up north, and then but aren't you kind of East Coast too? Northeast? Or what? I don't know where you from, girl. And I forgot which one you said. Chris, you said MJ? Why can't I find it? And how do you make your name like that? It's weird. What did Betty Joe do? Oh, yeah. Okay, Chris, you said MJ. Okay. East Coast, and you said MJ. Okay, so I was wrong. I was wrong about my assumption that, yeah, I really thought that West Coasters, and I just thought West Coast would be for MJ and East Coast would be for Prince pretty much. And I kind of thought Midwest would be too because he's from Minnesota. But no. But it's okay. It's like choosing between red or green grapes. Yeah. Yeah. Or choosing between chocolate covered strawberries and cheesecake with raspberries on top. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Either one of those. Okay. My next question is, see, when I was in the shower, oh, here it is. Yeah, when I was in the shower, I was thinking about these questions. And I'm glad I said that because my question is, do you sing in the shower? Put a 1 if you sing in the shower, put a 2 if you don't. 1 for sing, 2 for no. I sing in the shower. Not every single time, but pretty much. Wow. Dutchie, what you be singing? Crystal said every time because she's got the shower radio. Oh, Nita, you sing everywhere? I love it. I do too. Security chief. Nope. I don't sing, I scream. Chris, that's hilarious. Can't listen for intruders if I'm singing. Oh my gosh. So, Elise, are you terrified every time you take a shower that you're going to have an intruder? Oh, Crystal, that's funny. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosemary. That's terrible. Yeah, it's really nice to cry in the shower. I don't do that very often, but I love to sing and echo. The dogs think I'm nuts. Oh, we got a lot of shower criers. Oh my gosh, Elise. You had an intruder? That's crazy. I remember when I was like, well, I guess I was 8. Ugh, this is a bad memory, but my mom used to work nights, and we had this creepy old man that like, lived with us, and I was terrified of him. But anyway, um, we had someone break in, and I guess um, they stole stuff, whatever, from downstairs, and then they came upstairs, and thankfully they went to his bedroom first and opened the door, and he just like sat up, and as soon as he sat up, the person ran away. um but I don't know, I'm glad that they didn't open my door because I would have been terrified. I know, right? It feels really good to let a good cry go down the drain. Security chief. That's cruel and unusual punishment. No, I'm just kidding. That's funny. It reminds me of when I was teaching. Oh, those kids. I had this one class that, I don't know, they just got into this little pattern of, because, okay, let me back up a little bit. This school started at 6:30 in the morning. So these kids, some of them would have to get out on their bus at like 4 something. And it just was really sad. And they're teenagers, and they need a lot of sleep. So anyway, there's one particular class would always come in, and this particular day, every one of them dang kids was asleep. So, like, I usually would play music, and just play whatever they might want, or just like instrumental, But because they were sleeping, I played Alvin and the Chipmunks. And they were like, "What in the?" Oh, they hated me that day. But they had to wake up. It was bad though. They ended up changing the time, and that's been way better for those kids. Good night, Outlaw. Thanks for coming. Hi, Prince Daniel. How are you? Good to see you. I don't know if you guys can see Prince Daniel in the chat, because I think he comes from my other channel. I'm not sure. Okay, so next question. Oh, have you ever put a 1 in the chat if you have ever visualized your own funeral? I know that is creepy as hell to ask, but I'm just wondering. Ace of base. I love it. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever visualized your own funeral. I have, because mine is going to be a party. Oh, you have a playlist? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, 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 awesome. So, yeah, I totally am going to have a playlist too. I don't have it all planned out yet, but I definitely have one song. And you're going to have to come to my funeral to find out. Just kidding. It's Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Of course. Dutchie. We were just talking about this. She said my mom has a playlist for a boat cruise. Passing images I get rid of quickly. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I don't sit there and like imagine because it's upsetting to think about, because you think about the people who love you being sad. Usually as soon as I see that, I'm like, oh no. But I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like I don't know. I want it to be a celebration somehow. Because I know I'm going to be celebrating like a motherfucker. Oh, sorry, I said that. Prince Daniel, marijuana all around, puff, puff, pass. What are you doing coming here with that? That's how I visualize mine. Weed growing all around me. Yes. That's awesome. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Yeah, people be doing that. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. Maybe I bet your students love you. My kids and I were talking about teacher techniques today, and I bet you were fun. Oh, Crystal. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But not all of them. Like that class that I was telling you about, that was a really tough year. It was my first year teaching at that school, and those kids were really so used to the teachers not having expectations of them that they were like, who the fuck are you talking to? telling me to do something in here. And I was like, well, you're at school and I give a rat's ass. So, yeah, you're going to have to do some schoolwork. Okay. So it took me a while to get that, to build that relationship with them because they were, like I said, they were just used to not doing a damn thing and sleeping and stuff. And they were like, what are you doing? But yeah, after that, I was I was a good teacher. I was told. No, but I did try to make things fun because it's school should be fun. You know, kids should want to go to school. My meeting today, it was so sad because these people, okay, we're talking about a 5-year old. I'm just going to tell you, 5. Freaking 5. Okay. And every morning, this kid cries and fights about not wanting to go to school. And because he thinks that his teachers don't like him and he's bad. Oh, it's terrible. So, anyway, that meeting ended up going really well because I was like, look, we really need to address the underlying issue that no one is, talking about, which is that. And I brought up what the mom had told me about the kid hating school and, that he's gotten into this pattern. And it's devastating for a mom to have to make their child go to school when they don't want to go. And I know, there's a lot of kids who don't particularly just love school, but at 5, if you're hating it, to me, that is just a huge, huge concern, and it shouldn't be. But, Libby, can I give you a good belly laugh, please, when you're done? I have a link to it. Absolutely. And hi, allegedly. How are you? So, anyway, it sort of came down to, and I hope the teacher took this well, because I tried to, speak to her as a former teacher. The whole rest of the team, when I was talking, was they were nodding their heads. This is on a virtual, they don't do any like in-person meetings anymore these days. But anyway, so everyone was like smiling and nodding when I was telling them, I think that if the teacher can get that relationship, that really positive relationship going with him, that's going to be 90% of the battle. And it really truly is, with kids that have behavior stuff going on. I can't tell you how many kids have turned it around because I convinced them to believe, which is true, that I actually care about them and have their best interest at heart, because they automatically have like this guard up that's like, teachers are the enemy and I know you hate me because I'm bad. And I'm like, no, actually, I love bad kids. I love bad kids because other people don't love them. But yeah, so as soon as they believe that, it's like I could tell them to, go write me this essay in 3 minutes, and they run their ass over there and do it because I love oops, I almost said my name. Miss so-and-so, Miss Libby, loves me and I want her to be proud of me. So I'm going to do it. But if you ever had a teacher that you couldn't effing stand, you wouldn't want to do really anything. You wouldn't really care. Give two shits about what they thought about what you did. Thank you, Dutchie. I just think I'm a regular person, but thank you. Betty Joe. I went through that with my son when he was 5. He thought his dad was going to make, oh no, come take him from me. But after a month of reassuring him he was fine, and now he's grown and has a good relationship. Well, that's good. It turned out. That's wonderful. Yeah, so there's a teacher shortage all over the country, which is extremely problematic. I hated going to school because I'm not a morning person, but after lunch I was good. I love it. Tell me about it. I'm a lunch lady at school and I see everything and the kids' attitudes. Yeah. That's not an easy job either. Any position in the school is challenging. Dress up in a huge star costume. Oh, that's so cute. Very strict, but she treats Madeline like a princess. Teacher's pet. She hates it. She hates that the other kids know the teacher loves her. What? I feel like I've seen you before, Cindy Chronicles, but you changed your name. Who's Cindy Chronicles? I'm confused. Confusion is my friend. You have the patience of a saint to be able to handle kids like you do. Teaching is definitely your gift. I can feel it in your words when you talk. Oh, thank you. Well, I don't teach students anymore. I advocate for parents and I teach parenting classes. But so I guess that's still kind of teaching, but I don't directly teach in the classroom anymore and I miss it. And it's kind of, I don't know. But at the same time, I love working from home because I just do, because I don't want to leave the house. But there's this new place that opened up. It's really pretty cool looking, and I might teach classes there just a couple times a month or something. It's for, what's it called? It's like sensory. It's a sensory freaking, I don't know what they're calling it. It's a center. It's a sensory center. Oh no, get Quapanana Espinana out of here. What are you doing? What is that? Go away. Okay, I blocked them. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Dutchie. Yeah, so somebody mentioned. Oh no, somebody brought a gun to school? Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Okay, I blocked another one. Yeah, the whole gun thing is super, super scary. And I remember a couple years ago, before I left teaching, they were talking about there had just been another big shooting, a school shooting, and they really started talking about, well, teachers need to start carrying guns. I was like, I will not. That just, I'm livid hearing something like that. Like, yeah, it's the world we live in now. So realistically, whatever, but I just thought it was just disgusting. It's disgusting that that's the world we live in. That, kids have to fucking do, what are those called? A code red drill for active shooter drills. That's insane. Like, get under the table, be silent. Because, I mean, it's necessary. It's necessary, but it's so fucking sad. Like, why are there so many guns? And why are people crazy? And why are they doing that at schools? What the fuck? Anyway, when I start talking about stuff like that, I cuss because it's just it's horrid. You lost a family member at Sandy Hook? Oh my God. A child or one of the teachers? I'm so sorry. And then how about that one kid, that one pasty white kid, the most recent one that frickin' was sitting there in the principal's office with a gun in his freaking backpack while they were talking about his the picture that he drew of shooting the school. And they let his ass go back to class. Yeah, Crumbly. You freaking kidding me? Let me take this banner off here because y'all don't want to come up here and talk to me. Why do y'all why? Why don't you want to come up here? I'm just playing. Yeah, it is horrifying. And then what does anyone have an update on what happened with the parents or with that kid? Betty Jo said, and this is why my granddaughter will not be going to school. I hear you. I know the parents. Okay, Anna, that is right. First of all, what in the world? A parent, huh? How is it even possible that parents can refuse to take their child home? That shouldn't even be a thing. It's not. They needed to suspend him, get that paperwork, and hand it to the parents, and then they leave. Who's to say that that would have saved anyone? I don't know. We don't know what he would have done, but that's still what should have happened. They found him in Detroit, being charged. Okay. You want to come up, Dutchie? Yeah, it is a kid's cry for help. Now, any kid who does that makes threats like that, they probably do need to be locked up. But let's try to get them before they do some crazy shit, right? And let's try to get them some mental health treatment to prevent that stuff. Really, before that, how about we provide some really quality social and emotional learning for students in all classrooms across the nation? Tell me what y'all think about this idea. So right now with special education, it's on a continuum, okay? Special education is not a place. It's a service, but the service can be provided in many different settings, right? And right now, what we have going on is, the kids who are quote unquote typically developing and don't have a disability that causes them to need any extra support, right? They're in these huge classes. And then you have, to the extreme, kids who have some significant needs that'll be in a super small classroom. Why can't we like divide all the kids up and just have them truly do inclusion? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, make classes smaller across the board, but make them more diverse. Because then you can really foster, like, the kids who are in need of some extra help. If you foster a community within the classroom that, where the kids want to hold one another up, like they truly see themselves as a cohesive group, then you would have students helping other students. I just think it would be a really better idea than what we're doing now. Hey, Dutchie.
Hey, Libby, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about
Good.
you?
Nice to see everybody. Hey, everybody.
Your picture's so pretty.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Betty Joe, I know. It did seem like that they didn't care. Right, Crystal.
I think the high school where that shooting happened with Ethan Crumbly,
Uh-huh.
I think that high school reopened yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Since that shooting in November, it's been closed.
Wow.
I think it reopened yesterday. Yeah, Oxford High
Those
School.
kids. Oh my gosh. Can you even imagine?
No.
I could never send my child back to a school if there had been a shooting there. And I know I'm not judging other people. I'm just thinking out loud that, how would I respond to that? And I couldn't do it.
It would be a tough decision for me to send my child back also.
And really, like, statistically, it's probably less probable that it would happen again at the same school. But still, I would just have that thought just every day, sending my child that this could happen, which I guess we kind of have to think that way now, which is terrifying.
Yeah, very much so.
But it's my granddaughter's 10th birthday tomorrow. So
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's double digit time for her.
She's growing up.
She is she's going to be at school, obviously, and I'm going to bring treats. So I think I'll get, like, I don't know, don't all kids like fruit snacks? Because I don't think you can bring, like, cake. I was just going to bring some treats.
That would be nice.
I will tell her, Betty Joe. What'd you do today, Dutchie?
Well, I've been working on getting my channel at Duchess Discussions set up where I can go live. And I've just been doing a lot of research, looking at some of these statistics about these missing children here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a lot of people covering Summer Wells' case.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that there's so many people that are getting all of her information out. But there's a lot of other kids that are still missing. And I just want to use my channel to be able to show their faces and get
Yeah.
their information at least out there during the live stream while we're up talking. I just would like to be able to show those faces, at
Yeah.
least give them some airtime, because somebody might say, hey, that's somebody that's missing in my own town.
Right.
And they, you don't really know. I think one of the big concerns that I had when I was doing some research is that we're only 25 days into January, Libby, and there is 73 kids missing in the state of Virginia since the 1st of January.
What?
Yes,
It's just in Virginia?
just in Virginia alone, there are 73 missing kids. And I found this to be, I had a bad feeling. I still have a bad feeling about it. So I decided to look into every single state. I looked into all the statistics. I reviewed everywhere. The second state is Texas, and Texas has 38 missing kids that's been missing since January the 1st. So just 25 days, there's 38 missing kids in Texas. But
What in the hell?
in North Carolina, there's 5 cases. In South Carolina, there's 3. Tennessee has 1 missing child in the month of January.
What?
Like California. California only has 9 missing kids for that entire state in the month of
Okay,
January.
what is going on in Virginia?
Right. This is something that I'm wanting to delve into further, because I think that this isn't really being talked about. Like, I feel like this could be a situation. Maybe a lot of these kids, maybe they've run away. We don't really know the circumstances, why
Right.
they're missing. Just because there's not an Amber Alert doesn't mean that it's not just as important to find these children. Children that are runaways are more susceptible and more likely to be involved in a child sex trafficking situation.
Right.
And that's really concerning when, I've got some pictures that I have where I dropped pins all throughout Virginia just showing where most of these cases are, and they lie in port cities.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm thinking, when I'm thinking back to the Summer Wells case, people think, well, could she have been trafficked? I'm like, if I had to pick a place where I think Summer Wells might have been taken to, I was thinking Florida, which has 9 missing kids, or Louisiana, which has let me look on my list, 3 missing kids. I'm thinking about places that I believe that are high human trafficking areas, but I was never thinking Virginia. I was never thinking there was going to be 73 missing kids in less than a month into this new year. And I find that scary. And none of the people that's on this list has been covered by any channel on YouTube. So I just want to, I'm hoping that maybe people will watch the live. Maybe they'll share the information. Maybe we can get other creators on board that's willing to just, share that information, because it's really important. And I just pray for these families, because I can't even find articles about these kids. They're not getting news media attention, but their life matters. I mean, there's kids on there that are 6 months old. We're not just talking about teenagers. Yeah.
I am baffled right now.
Yes. So, I just want to, there's been a lot of drama. There's been a lot of things that's been going on in the YouTube true crime community. And I feel terrible that it's come down to this, but I just feel like it's time for us to be grown and to just move on with what we have to do. Like, I have forgiven, and I'm past it. Like, I don't want to keep inviting the hate and the crazy and all of that. Like, I'm here because I want to help find these missing kids.
Yeah.
I want to just share the information so that the people that are in the chat will see it, and it'll get talked about, and maybe it'll get shared, and um, I have to wonder if people even knew. I had no idea when I started looking into the statistics, which is what criminology is about, and that's what I did in college, was my bachelor degree in criminology. That's mainly what it involves, is a lot of statistics, crime statistics for states, for federal government, for just different things. And when you start looking at the numbers, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's states that don't even have any missing children. How can 73 kids be missing from one state unless there's something that's happening?
Well, what I'm wondering is, and I don't know the answer to this question, but is there a difference in reporting state to state?
Well, it depends, because most people that go through the police department, if it is not an Amber Alert, it will automatically go to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, even some that are still on Amber Alert. But normally the state police, investigation, like how the TBI is handling Summer's case. If it's not an Amber Alert situation, then it just goes to the missing and exploited website. And sometimes those kids don't get the media attention that they might need to get their face and their information out there to see if somebody has seen them. Yeah. And I just want to use my platform to be able to share some of that information with the viewers, so that we can try to shine a light onto these other kids, because Summer Wells isn't the only kid that's missing. And I mean, I hope that we can find her, but there's a lot of other kids that we don't know what their situation is. Mm-hmm. And I want to be able to try to do as much as I can. And I'm hoping that maybe you and Outlaw and some other creators will, maybe we can do a live and talk about it. And I just feel like it's a lot of interesting information. Like, I was really shocked. I think, to find out that there was that many missing kids, it makes me feel really nervous. Like, I just feel like, is there a human trafficking thing happening right there in Virginia and nobody is talking about it? It just seems strange.
Did you find all of this on the same website where they had like a comparison state to state, or did you go to each individual?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, I wrote down all the numbers. Yes, it's on the National Center for the Missing and Exploited Children. Yes, you can put in the state, and you can actually put in the dates, like January 1st till today's date, and you can just go state to state to state in alphabetical order. And I have a list of them right here, because I had to start compiling a comparison, because how do you compare to 73 missing kids in one state? I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of missing kids. And then it turns out that wasn't the case. Like, I think, let's see, Texas had 38, and let's see, Ohio has 15 missing kids in the month of January. And Florida has 21 missing kids, and 73 in Virginia, and 17 in New York. Those are the only states that are in the double digits.
I don't understand at all. How?
But even if you think about New York and California, I would have guessed New York, California, and Florida, and Texas would have been in the top 5. I would have not really thought Virginia. Virginia has more cases than 2 of those states put together.
And you said it's not, well, okay. Gosh, again, what I'm wondering is how how does that site get that information reported to them? Like, I'm wondering if there's some difference in how they report.
No, I've actually reached out to them via email so I could get some information, and they basically state that it comes from the law enforcement agencies that are reporting missing kids.
Well, what in the actual?
So, I was hoping to get a little more specific information that I
Yeah.
could use as to because how the statistics are collected or how they come upon this information. Now, there was kids on there that did not even have a picture because it was not included with the police website. But I'm thinking if we were to comb through each county in Virginia, like what would I find? I just picked a couple of random counties and went through it, and all the cases were there. They have had some resolved Amber Alerts. There was at one time 79, so there has been kids that have been found to bring that number to 73.
That's, oh,
Hey, Obsidian, I didn't get to say hey to you. I saw that you spoke to me earlier in the chat, so I just wanted to say hey to you. So I just wanted to know your thoughts on that. I just think it's
I'm
something
baffled.
that just needs to be talked about because it's a little concerning.
I think it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot concerning. I think that is bananas.
Yeah.
And you
And
said
I've had some people reach out to me to ask me if I can share different people that are missing where they live.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of how it got started. I just started looking into some of this information, and I'm just hoping that we can share and talk about it, and maybe somebody will find these kids. Maybe somebody will see these kids somewhere. Because, yeah, and Grammy, it's actually most of the cases are in the larger cities. There's a few in Roanoke, Virginia. There's quite a few missing cases in Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital of Virginia. But most of the cases are either in Fairfax County, which is like Alexandria near Washington, D.C. There's probably a good 30 some kids just there. And there's another good 30 some kids missing between Newport News, Virginia Beach, Suffolk, and Chesapeake, which is a port area. And of course, the county that we're in South Carolina, we are the #1 human trafficking county in South Carolina for the 3rd year in a row. Right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that the port cities are where a lot of these kids have gone missing. And I'm just, if you see something, say something. We need to protect the innocent, we need to protect our children, and we need to protect the elderly. If I see an endangered person that is elderly that has gone missing, like, I want to share those too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just never know when somebody's going to see somebody and be able to intervene before there's an accident.
Well, yes, and they're vulnerable.
I know. My husband's father got in the car. He had dementia, and he drove all the way into Virginia, 3 hours away, and had to end up stopping at a stranger's house because he had no idea where he was at. And I'm thankful that this gentleman was so kind to give us a call to let us know that he was safe so that my husband could go get him.
Thank God. Wow.
And that's one of the reasons why I, want to do this for other people, because some people may not know how to get the information out there and may not have the connections to be able to get that information around to different people. So
look at Betty Jo.
Betty Jo. Don't be shooting my poor little 80-year-old
She's
father.
like, pull up on me. So I used to be cool said the average age seems to be
It
14,
is.
17. So
Yes, it is.
yeah, so probably runaway, but then so what's going on in Virginia that y'all have so many runaways?
Right. And if you do look into child sex trafficking, you will notice that the ages that a lot of kids that are trafficked are usually between the ages of 14 and 19. That is like the most common age. It's actually not the smaller kids. So, I mean, they're just very vulnerable. Kids they're not always thinking. They could have had a fight with their parents. But then again, they could have come from a home environment that was not stable. They could have had, there could be all types of factors involved. So we have to give them the benefit of the doubt that just because they're missing doesn't mean they ran away and they're bad kids. They don't deserve to have anything bad happen to them. They need guidance and they need help. And, and Libby knows that. Libby is so good with children.
More often than not, if a kid runs away, there's something pretty wrong.
Yes, exactly.
There are some that just the kid is just like, I'm just gonna wild out for a little bit.
Right. You're gonna see that, but you're not gonna see 73 kids in a month all thinking that one thing.
Well, that's what makes me wonder, Dutchie, if the way that those statistics are reported to missing and exploited children, like if it varies state to state, like let's say that maybe South Carolina doesn't report runaways as missing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the 3 that's on there right now, they don't have Amber Alerts, which means they're just, because they're minors, they're considered endangered.
Okay.
And that's what all of these are. They're all under the age of 18. Unless, sometimes they'll be on there after they've turned 18 because they've been missing for that long. But I think if you're like a minor, they can call it an endangered situation. I've seen some of those. I would like to look into some of those cases because, the one my sister shared with me from High Point, North Carolina, there's another young girl, 16-year-old, that's missing. Her name is Zoe Woods. And there is not one piece of media or information about her. And I actually called the High Point Police Department because I have a friend who's a detective there. And I called to talk to him about that case today. And he was like,
what's her name?
Zoe, Zoiee Woods, from High Point, North Carolina. My sister was the one who told me about it. And she was on the missing website. I'm like, well, if I have to call around to every police department to get the information, then, I'll do whatever's necessary.
I'm just looking her up. Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did a video on my channel on her. And if you guys are interested in seeing about these, I'm going to try to go live as soon as I can get my YouTube. I have to wait 24 hours, but I'm going to be showing some of these cases and just talking about, how we can get the word out.
See you later, Elise.
Then I would love to have you guys come over there to my channel at Duchess Discussions.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so let's look at these missing kids from North Carolina, since we're talking about this. This is Josiah. That is my favorite boy name, Josiah. 16. Missing from New Bern, North Carolina. I have to be honest, Dutchie. Sometimes when when I see these missing teenagers, I wonder if they are wanted for a crime.
Well, I think if they are wanted for anything, I think that they post that they have been involved in something.
Okay.
And I think that it is not shared with the missing website because they are actually wanted for a crime.
I hope so, because I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be putting kids on here that got in some trouble, and I'm
Right.
just
Those
trying to make
are
sure
some
they're
of the
safe.
questions that I had asked,
Yeah.
when I sent that email. And of course, I'm still waiting on a response on some of these questions that I have sent off, which is why I just decided to reach out to the police department.
Oh, look at her. She's only 14.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Alvarado. Oh my gosh. She's been missing since 1976.
Yeah, you have to put in like the dates. That's how I actually came
Oh, there's
upon.
Zoe Wood.
Yes, there is Zoe Wood.
She's been missing since the 8th.
Yeah, she's 5'1", 180 pounds, hazel eyes, blonde hair. I've memorized it. Like once I just analyze these kids. I just
See, what I don't like is they don't give the circumstances.
exactly. And see, and when I try to research it, I don't find anything. So, I don't want to make an assumption that automatically and think, oh, well, it's just a kid that just decided to run away, because we don't always know the information. And I just have to wonder, like, why isn't people talking about these kids? And
She's only 4'10". She's tiny.
if it were my kid, I would want somebody to be out there giving my kid a chance.
Yeah, here's another Josiah.
Yep, from Greensboro. Mm-hmm.
Victoria, Michaela Tanner. Yeah, she's been missing for a while.
We've talked about Michaela before, and it's very unfortunate, and I pray that she's okay.
Brianna Smith. $15, $17. Yeah, they're all.
Yeah, and see, these are getting into December, but still, these names need to be. I've never heard of most of these people.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wow. Oh, he's only 9.
Yeah.
What in the world? Okay, I gotta look at. Oh, he's been missing since 2014. But he went missing with his mother.
And
Let's see what if
something
happened to her though? What if what if they both?
Yeah.
This should not be. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine not knowing where my child is.
Me either. I have a friend that I went to high school with, and her son was gunned down in her driveway. He was 16 years old last year.
In her driveway?
Yes, he was standing in the driveway on his cell phone, and somebody drove by at midnight and shot him 4 times, and they have never caught that person. And he died.
Oh my gosh.
And so, like, that is, another thing that, she's just like, she's been to the cops, she said, more than 50 times. And they're like, we have no evidence. There's nothing we can do. And they've literally dropped her case. And I'm like, if anybody was...
What?
Yeah. So can you imagine the police telling you, well, somebody shot your kid in your own driveway, but there's nothing we can do about it. You're just going to have to move along. That is, my friend, she's such a wonderful mother, and she has another son. And that was just last year, and it's still so fresh. And, she said, I just appreciate you doing that, because like, I just have to wonder, like, who killed my son? She was like, it just doesn't even make sense.
This woman's been missing since 1963.
Wow.
She would be 64 years old now.
Well,
How in the world?
Yeah.
Can you imagine never finding your child? Hi, Lynn. How are you? Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Lynn.
You. She's wonderful, y'all. If you're not subscribed to her, please go subscribe. She's so sweet. And she talks about shopping and crafts and what else? Cooking. Anna said, can I go to missing people like Zoe, put it on YouTube, or will they close our channel?
I have made videos. Zoe is on a video on my channel on Duchess Discussions, and I've featured other kids on there, and I'm going to keep sharing them as often as I can make a video about new cases.
Yeah, I really think we need to look into this Virginia thing. That's just
73 kids missing in 25 days.
Yeah, no, that's...
I mean, I really expected to see that like in California or Texas or somewhere else, but not in Virginia. And Texas only has 38, which is still a lot, because all those 38 kids matter, absolutely. But go to the Virginia and you can just put in the dates. There is a search bar where you can modify, and you can put in from the 1st to the 26th. That's what I'm doing right now.
Whoa. Okay, I don't know what this is doing. This just took me to crazy land.
Crazy land.
Okay, this is Virginia. Where do I put in the dates? I don't see where I can do that.
Go to the poster results, the missing alert poster. Do you have a drop down where you can click on the posters, and then you can like select what you want to put in? I think I can drop a link in the chat of what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Dutchie.
Hey, Penny. Thanks for coming over.
Penny!
The link is in the chat for the poster results, and that's where you can click and you can modify your search as to what state you want to go to, the time frame that you want to look in. And that's where I just go in, select my state, and I just put in January 1st through January 26th. And that's the only 2 search items that I use. And then I search. So like if I do want to do Virginia from the 1st to the 26th, I do that. And that's how I came up with all those names.
Okay. Oh, whoa, hello. I'm trying to... I can't copy and paste that. I don't know.
You may have to do it on your phone, because that's kind of like what I'm doing, is using my phone to search it. There was more than that, but I believe some other kids must have been found. But when I put those in, Um, yeah, the newest one, she doesn't even have a picture. Jakaya Bullock is the most recent one in Virginia that's missing from Henrico, Virginia, and she's 13.
That is.
And then there's also one that was missing yesterday from Suffolk, Virginia. His name is Calvin Osby Jr., and he's 15.
If
Last
you want
seen
your taxes done,
Oopsie, sorry.
This one does say that Calvin was last seen wearing a gray ROTC sweatshirt and blue jeans, and he goes by the nickname CJ and is possibly wearing eyeglasses. Please contact the Suffolk Police Department in Virginia.
Okay, I got it. Oh no, where's my tab? There.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yay!
So, oh, thank you.
You get 5 gold stars.
Oh my gosh, I never get stars.
You get stars, girl.
I'm so excited. Okay, Virginia, what is wrong with you? And then we want to put in just for this month. Should we, let's go up to age 17 only.
Okay. That gives you some weird results because it's only got 4.
What?
There's a bunch more kids. I've got 73 on my page. Change the age back to 100. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Just try it.
Yeah, now it says 73.
Yeah.
Okay. That's.
And I have got them broken down by each county, all of their locations. I made a Word document to break it down.
Look at you.
Yeah, because I wanted to just highlight the different areas so I could drop a pin on the map. And when you look at the map, it's pretty incredible to see where all the pin drops end up being. And I can shoot you an email of that, Libby, because when you see it, you're like, wow, you can see like all the certain cities that you see. Like there's a couple missing kids that are just like in random places, but it really just takes, really brings a different aspect to it when you look at it visually on paper like that.
Yeah. I don't understand how hard is it for them to get a photo?
I know.
I mean,
I couldn't believe how many kids did not have a photo. I mean, that's why I have questions. I'm like, well, can we get a photo?
Right. Does
like
no
this
one...
Isaac Ruiz from Suffolk, Virginia. Like, there's not even a photo for him. I'm like, that helps tremendously.
Oh, here's a 6-month-old baby who's been missing since January 15th.
Yep.
No photo. What the hell? What in the hell?
But I just emailed you a picture of the Virginia map. But I think it's something that's very interesting to talk about. And if anybody, lives, I'm going to try to cover different areas on different lives and just talk about some of their missing cases, and maybe some people that live in that area, if they come into the chat, they can, ask about different areas. We can look it up and see if there's any kids missing in certain places that people want to know, or have questions. It's just always good. My husband, when he drives a lot for his heat and air business, and he, I always tell him, that when he travels out towards Florence and Columbia, I always tell him, these are the kids that are missing. If you happen to see anybody, or, you need to call and let somebody know, because you just never know when you're going to see something.
Yeah.
So he keeps pictures of the missing kids that are out in that area with him in the truck.
Penny said that in 2020, most of Virginia's missing kids were teen runaways from foster care. So that has me thinking, what's going on
Yes.
with their foster care system?
See, I was thinking, Penny, that there is just something strange that's happening, like in Virginia. Because I was like, why are all these numbers, like 73 people in 25 days? That's a lot of kids. It seems like there would be a lot of displaced kids from similar issues in bigger states like Texas or California.
Yeah.
And California has 9 missing kids in the same amount of time that Virginia has 73. And I'm like,
Yeah, come on.
There's definitely something that's happening. But the foster care system, it might be, who knows? I mean, in New Jersey, just in the month of January, I see Betty Jo says there's 63 kids in New Jersey just in 2022. There's no missing kids that have happened in the new year. Those kids are missing from last year. There is no new missing cases right now. They're all from last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is going on with Harmony's case? I haven't been following it. Crystal just mentioned. Do you know, Dutchie?
I just had something pulled up about her. And I didn't get to read all the way through the update. I think the last thing I saw was an article that I read in People magazine that were talking about that she disappeared after the dad and the stepmom were evicted from their house in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just basically given the rundown of, I guess that happened on November 27th in 2019. And they were saying, that she had been seen with the dad and his wife in the days that followed. But I guess in December, the couple was only seen with their 2 common children and Harmony wasn't there. So I guess that was the window that she disappeared. That whole thing is just unsettling. Didn't they try to steal benefits?
I don't know.
From the Department of Health and Human Services, I believe is what I heard, that Kayla Montgomery was accused of engaging in a scheme or course of conduct to steal benefits in the excess of $1,500 by representing to the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services on various occasions that Harmony was in Kayla's household, despite Kayla admitting that Harmony was not a member of her household during that time period, resulting in the receipt of an excess of $1,500 in benefits for Harmony, in which Kayla was not entitled to.
Wow. I can't stand people.
Yeah. And she's also accused of making intentional false statements that Harmony was living in her home with her husband and their children in February and March of 2021 in order to claim more benefits.
Oh my gosh.
And it was not clear if she had entered a plea to the charges. But of course, she got arrested for that felony second-degree assault in connection with conduct against his daughter. And I guess Adam is still in jail. Is that correct? Do you guys know in the chat? Is Adam still in jail? Adam Montgomery?
I don't know. Yeah, and that stimulus too.
Yeah, see, that was the whole thing. And I'm like, people, I agree, Penny. The Virginia borders, Tennessee, it's like the Bermuda Triangle. That's exactly what I was telling Outlaw earlier. When you get out there near port cities and certain places, like, you just don't know what's really happening. They could just have ran away, but then when they don't come back, kids just don't walk off the earth.
Right. And then you got people who have been missing for 63 years and stuff. I can't. A person doesn't just disintegrate. Hell. Well, I guess they kind of do. Oh boy. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How is that possible to never find someone?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think I see Crystal saying Canton, Ohio has a lot of trafficking. Yeah, Ohio already has 15 missing kids cases since January the 1st. It was definitely fourth on the list. Virginia was first, and then Texas came in at 38 missing kids in 25 days. New York had 17. Ohio had 15. California, no, Florida had 21.
All right. Well, on this happy note, I'm going to get ready to shuffle off to my bed so that I can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for my work life tomorrow. Oh. I don't even know if I have meetings or not. I have to look at my calendar. I know I have a bunch of paperwork to do, though.
Yeah, I have some more research and things that I need to do. But thank you for inviting me to come up on panel.
Thank you so much. And I would love to, partner with you as you get started.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Any way that you would like.
I appreciate that. Maybe you're such a good friend.
As are you. All right. So good night, everyone. Be well.
Yes, everyone take care. Be safe.
Love y'all.